Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. This is a new year, a new start, and it may not be a new you, but it's gonna be new goals, new aspiration. So before we get started with this video, let me go ahead and get started with my positive note. Nurturing your spirit is a efficient and perfect way to handle your everyday life. Reason why we need to nurture our spirits because we are always faced with a lot of occurrences in our life, a lot of changes in our life, and also our own perspective, our own thoughts. And we have to take care of our spirit because our spirit is, imagine it as our core self. When you think about all the different cores in the world, apples have a core, fruits have cores, animals have cores, trees have cores, they have rings. When you cut their trunks, you see rings. Pretty much every living thing that thrive on nature has a core. So our spirit is our core. So we have to take time to relax, go into nature, do something that you love to do, that you feel passionate about, whether it's painting, whether it's taking pictures, whether it's, doing cosmetology, doing hair, or doing makeup, or focusing on skin, or if you're a musician, or if you're an artist, or if you're a person who volunteer and give their time, or you're somebody who is a doctor and you may feel like I need to relax by just going for a walk, just around, the outside of the hospital, or just, we all need to find a way to nurture our spirit. So the best way I try to nurture my spirit is to just take time and go into nature. I love photography. Photography is one of the favorite things I love to do. And I need to do more of it. For this year, 2019, I'm going to set a goal for myself to nurture my spirit and do more photography. For you, you may have your own way of nurturing your spirit, so do more of it. So with that positive note, I wish every single one of you a very good year, and stay strong and stay through it. No matter what comes at you, just know that you're determined and you can do this. And adapting to change is a good way to nurture our spirit, because change is one of those inevitable things that we cannot take away, we cannot control. So something that are changes, such as you may be buying a new house, that's a huge change. So you may have, again, a certain way of feeling towards big changes, but know that you'll get through it. We've been going through changes since we was children. This is just part of life. So just always go back in and know that nurturing your spirit comes from you. It's your core. So feed your core and love your core. And again, with that, I complete my positive note. So today I want to do basically a journal haul. And this is a journal haul from Marshall's. So you may say, well, oh, like Beauty, why are you talking about journals? Like, how did that relates to makeup? Again, we just talk about nurturing the spirit, right? And part of nurturing the spirit may be, you may have a goal this year of becoming more organized, more in tune to what you want to do. You want to set goals. You want to see dreams happen. So you want to create a way to stay on track. And a lot of us, we get off track. It's normal when we're faced against things, or we have too much on our plate and we're trying to bite off more than we can chew. We may lose track of organization, planning, setting goals. And I want to do this haul because Marshall has really good prices on planners, calendars, journals, notebooks, legal pads, anything you could think of, and they have them in a variety of different brands, designs, for all ages. You know, even for your children. I say there's not a lot of them that are very childlike. I would say most of the merchandise is from ages. I would say maybe from the age 10 and up through college to adult. So one reason to start a journal is to do less procrastination. Sometimes when we have a journal or we have a planner or we have a calendar, journals are more of you writing your thoughts. But it also could be a way for you to keep ideas. Like if you're somebody who enjoys doing to-do lists, it's a great way to check off things. And they do also sell checklist pads, those magnetic pads that you could put on your refrigerator, or if you have a whiteboard that is magnetic, you can also put on your whiteboard. And it's a great way to keep track of what you need to do for the day. But going back to procrastination, some of us, if we procrastinate, we may need a weekly calendar, a weekly planner. They do carry planners that are from Sunday through Saturday, and it's just a standard full, like, just think of like a to-do list going across, but it just has the days going across and a long column of space that you can write in. I have one of those at one of my computers. So you just jot down as you're planning, as you're thinking, what do I need to do for this week? You know, whether it's I need to go grocery shopping, or I need to do like meal prepping, or I need to make sure I'm doing my smoothies every day of the week, you know, once a day, twice a day. Maybe I need to start juicing. Maybe I need to exercise more, increase my intake of water. Maybe I need to go spend time with my family members, see them more often. It's planning, and it's very easy. And I think once we get into a habit of planning, it becomes second nature to us. But for some of us who procrastinate or put things off, even I could be guilty of that, we have to push ourselves. We have to make sure we stay focused and keep pushing. So let me go ahead and start talking about, I'm not sure TJ Maxx has a lot of calendars, and maybe their home goods side may have calendars and planners, but Marshall definitely has a good selection. And I was recently in there, and because I think Marshall is doing an inventory where they're clearing out a lot of their merchandise, and you know how at the beginning of the year they have to do inventory and really clear out a lot of their merchandise to get started for the next year. So that's what I've been noticing. Like if you've been in there looking for makeup, or if you've been looking for skincare, perfume, bags, clothing, you will see there's clearance tables. They're trying to clear out a lot of their merchandise. And also they've been doing it for their calendars and their notebooks and things like that. Because when I went in there recently, it was pretty much clear. It was very organized, very simple. And they also have like thank you cards. Anything you could think of, Marshall pretty much have. So let me show you what I have. So I bought recently, and this was in this week. Oops. Sorry. So within this week, I bought notebook sets. So this comes in 3, and this is by the brand Clementine Paper Ink. And this is what it looks like. So it's notes. So it's like a little journal. So you can use it to jot down your notes. So I'll make sure I bring it up to you. So this is what it looks like. And I paid $4.99 for it. And there's 3 notebooks. There's 3 notebooks in here. And they come in different designs. As you see here, there's these designs. And you could use notebooks for anything. You could take this to school with you. You could take this to the office with you. You could take this on the bus with you, the train, the airplane, on your vacation. You could use these notes just to journal. You could use these notes just to plan, to think. You know, if you're someone, especially someone who carries a lot of thoughts in your head and you feel like, okay, my mind is becoming overwhelmed, you know, because when you carry so much in your mind because you're a constant thinking, it makes you tired. It will make you fatigued. So getting out those thoughts onto paper really helps to organize your day. So I will be using this just because I like to um, write down things like if I am training or learning new skills. I like to keep track of this information. So this is one of the journals, notebooks I'll be using it for. And other things, just other thing that comes up, I have a set. So that's a good price for $4.99 and really cute design. So that's number one. Number two that I bought is a calendar. I always need calendars, and sometimes I feel like I need more than one calendar. So I have a magnetic calendar from last year that I need to take down and replace. And then sometime I may want to have a desktop calendar. Um, Sometimes if you have computers, they already have calendars, especially like if you're an Apple user, or even sometimes with PCs, you may already have a calendar that you may keep track of things that way. But I like to see things visually. I like to write things down. So I bought one of the calendars to go on my magnetic whiteboard, and it's from the brand. It's from Orange Circle Studio, and it's called Calendars for Today. So it is the 2019 Magnetic Monthly Pad Potpourri. So this is what it looks like. And of course, it's still in its packaging, because I want to show you what it looks like. And then this is the back of the information here. So I'll bring it up close. And one of the reasons why I picked this one is because of the sloth. Like, I like sloth. And this is the sloth here. But it also have a lot of other different animals and fruits. So if you saw the back, you see like the llama here, the macaroons down here, and you see like the flamingo here. So for each month, there are different designs. So I'm going to put this on my whiteboard, and you can see the magnetic script here. And I like to have that there because, you know, that way if I'm looking at my whiteboard, if I'm planning or if I'm thinking, because I also like to plan on whiteboards too. I just like to write things out. I like to think and kind of brainstorm, so that's why I have whiteboards, and I have multiple ones, so I just like to do that. So that is my calendar, and again, I paid $3.99 for that. And the next thing I bought is for my dreams. So I don't know how many of you out there enjoy understanding your dreams and trying to, especially when you're going through big changes in your life, because sometimes with me, I'll say personally, I have a tendency to have reoccurring dreams. And reoccurring dreams, I want to start journaling because I feel like sometimes, because we know when we're sleeping, it is a known fact, and there are scientific studies out there that when we're dreaming, we're processing our day-to-day life, things that have happened during the day, and we need to think about what do we do with that information, especially when it's so much and we just kind of suppress it during the day, and sometimes it comes out during the night. It's our time, because we're in a very calm and relaxed state, that we are able to think about what it is that we need to address regarding that issue. So I want to start journaling my dreams. I had bought a dream journal, and I should have brought my dream book in here, because if you're into dreams, you know, you probably have a dream book or like a dream interpretation book, or you may have a dream interpretation app, looking up dream symbols. I like doing that because it kind of helped me understand why I'm dreaming certain things. And sometimes dreams are just dreams. Sometimes there may not be no symbolic reason for them. So I bought a dream journal so I could keep track of what it is that I am dreaming. So I found this, and I love stars and I love whole celestial things. So it says on the front, "Shine like the whole universe is yours." And that is a quote from Rumi. And this is what the journal looks like. And you may have seen this as Marshall, because if you're somebody who loves to shop in Marshalls, especially for journals, calendars, notebooks, you probably will come across this. And this is from the company Lady Jane Limited in California. So there's it's like 128 sheets journal, and I paid $4.99 for it. So I want to start tracking my dreams, because some of my dreams I can remember right when I wake up, and especially the ones that really stick out to me, they'll stay longer. But the ones that are just kind of not as important, I tend to forget and I don't remember them. And they say that is really common. So when you wake up and if they're dreams that just not important to you, you will forget them. So inside of the journal, you have the stars here, and you have the notebook paper here, and then along the side of the paper, you have like designs of the stars here. So I feel like it's very dreamlike. So that's why I bought it. And then also I like the gold binding, the rings, gold rings on it. So I really like that. So I will be using that for my dreams. And dreams are a good way to help you process and understand what it is that you need to understand. So that's why I like dreams. So the next thing that I bought is actually, I have a dream journal, then I bought a regular journal. Well, I bought two of these things because I couldn't decide. Because when you go in there and you have your mind set on just buying one thing, and then you start, trust me, you start looking through the whole shelves of different things in this whole journal, calendar, planner area, you end up buying more than one thing. So I bought this journal, and it's basically called A Journal for Gratitude, Inspiration, and Reflection. It says, "Start each day with a grateful heart." So I think it's so important to take gratitude in what we do, what we experience. Like each day when we wake up and we're able to breathe air and feel our lungs and our heart is pumping and giving us life, that's gratitude. That's showing grace for being alive, having life. And this is from the company Clementine Paper Ink, and I paid $4.99 for it. And it's made with paper containing 60% recycled fiber. I love this. It makes me think of like watercolors, and I just like the whole thing, the whole aesthetics of it really caught my eyes, the colors. So inside, this is what the inner cover looks like, a nice like lilac purple color. And then here you have who the journal belongs to. So say if you're somebody who's journaling and you're sitting at school or you're at college and you accidentally leave it on the desk because you're in a hurry and your mind is basically flooded with a lot of things that you need to do, and that way someone may see it and they may return it to the professor or to your middle school, high school teacher. These are for kids who enjoy journaling. I gave that example for your teachers or your classmate who may find it. They'll know who it belongs to. But then you have little inspiration. So it says big things. I'm giving you an example. Big things have tiny beginnings. So you have like little motivational quotes. And then here it gives you the date. And it tells you, today I am grateful for. I am looking forward to. My favorite part of the day. So if you're someone who sometimes have a difficulty finding gratitude and things, and it's good to practice gratitude regardless. If you're somebody who already is very gracious for things, it's a good practice to practice gratitude, because sometimes we forget, and sometimes we just take things for granted, or we may just not focus on our blessings enough. This is a great way to reground you, like ground you and keep you where you need to be centered, which is your core, nurturing your spirit, and also being grateful for what is given to you. You know, what we receive, and also what we can give to others. So it also gives us positive thoughts, it gives us meaning, it gives us things to look forward to. So some of us who may have challenges with negative thoughts, or we have issues with rumination, so constantly thinking over and over again, this is a great way to, again, ground you and have you where you can focus on good things in your life. And not to say you can't reflect on the negative things or the bad things that hurts you or makes you feel frustrated or angry or sad, but it is to also think about what good is going on, because I think sometimes we get too centered on the bad or the negative things that are going on in society and our own personal lives, and it's a good way to bring us back to what is good. So I really like that. And so you'll continue to see different little quotes, like this one again says, find happiness and gratitude. So that is the gratitude journal, and I think it's a good thing to have and to practice. Focus on your blessings. And the last thing that I have to show you is my planner. So this is a 2019 planner for January through December. It's a weekly and monthly planner from the same company, Clementine Paper Ink. So it coincides with the gratitude journal. I really love the colors in it. It's really nice color theme, very warm and just very vibrant, just really nice, give you a very calm feeling, because there are certain colors that really ignite our senses, our mood, and all of that. So again, it has that nice gold binder to it. It has the same color, the gratitude journal has the same color binder too. So inside, and I paid $5.99 for this planner. This is what the inside cover looks like, and this is what the front page of the planner looks like. And as you look here, you have colored tabs for each month of the year, and they are color coordinated. And that was another reason why I picked out this planner, because I love color coordination. So here are some of the other information that's in this basic planner. Personal information, so if you feel comfortable listing your personal information. Important numbers here. So if you're someone who loves to travel with your planner, it's a good thing to have. Your schedule, so if you're like in college or if you're in school, like middle school, and this can even be done for elementary children. Not so much from pre-K through the second grade. I would say maybe fourth grade at the most, because I think once children are in fourth grade and up, they're able to keep calendars, keep planners. So if they have a schedule for this year, they can write down what their schedule is. If you're in college, keep track of your schedule. These are the pages for that. And here it lists the holidays. So if you're someone who loves to track holidays, other important dates, and then your planner starts. And then your planner month will start with the colors associated to the tab for that month, which is this nice like olive green color. I'll say the color of limes. So after you see the month, and then you have like a little, almost like a little spreadsheet that you can doodle or jot down things here. And then here's your note area, so you can note things there. And at the top, there's a quote. It says, anything worth doing is worth doing well. So again, it's very motivational. And then you have it by week. So whatever you need to do by a week is broken down by days, dates, and that's that. And that goes throughout this whole calendar, this whole planner. Basically, I say calendar, planner. So that is this planner, and I love it. So with all those items, so for the first thing, I bought that separate, so that was on a different receipt. So with those items, because I bought an additional item too, which was a lipstick. So if I take that off and I just look at the price, I estimate 15 and 4. I spent about $20 just on those items, minus the notebooks that I showed you first. $20 for those 4 items: the calendar, the dream journal, the gratitude journal, and also the planner. 4 things for $20. We know if we go in other stores that sells planners and sells calendars, we will walk out of there probably spending way more money than that. So this is a great way to buy things. If you're trying to organize your weeks and your days and your months and even your years, and you're setting goals for yourself, I encourage you to go through Marshall's and pick up some planner, notebooks. They even have like sketchbooks. I've seen sketchbooks there. You see, again, I've seen thank you cards. They have everything. They have little magnets. They have even whiteboards. I've seen whiteboards there. I've seen the boards that have the I want to think like corks, so things that you can just put bulletin tabs in, like notes on. They have those. So it's a great way. And I have, when I'm looking to the side, I have a whiteboard there and I have a whiteboard there. So I have 2 whiteboards and they have stuff on them. And I also have like a miniature little whiteboard that's over in that direction. And it just helps me, you know, it brings zen to me. It helps me to stay focused on what I need to focus on. So that was my, I would say, my home decor for journaling, planning, keeping track, and showing gratitude. So let me know if you have bought these planners, calendars, notebooks from Marshall's. What are your thoughts about them? They also have pens. You'll find gel pens. You'll find paper clips, binder clips. You can find a whole desk decor with everything that you need in Marshall. And it's super cool because it's affordable. And who doesn't want to save money? So hopefully you found this video very helpful to you and you like the things that I shared with you to have, you know, at your disposal. These are the things, you know, you don't have to spend a ton of money to plan your day, to plan your month, to plan your week, you know, to plan your year. And it keeps us focused. Remember, nurturing your spirit. This is a good way to nurture your spirit. Give yourself time. We don't give ourselves enough time to relax during the day. And some of us, so we don't give ourselves enough time during the day to slow down. Some of us who are in a hurry and we don't slow down is because we have too much on our mind. We're not giving ourselves enough time to process, to slow down, to even enjoy our life. Like, I love looking at sunsets. And if I'm so busy during the day, I will miss the things that goes on in the sky above us. And the sunsets is another great way to nurture your spirit. It's a part of nature. So even if you're not a nature person, maybe you're someone who likes to write music, write poems, write books. Um, you're an artist of some sort. You like fashion, maybe you like designing, sketching designs. Anything to nurture your spirit, do more of it. And for 2019, we have to do more of that. So hopefully you found this video helpful to you. Thank you so much for tuning. So I quickly want to jump back on the camera just to share, because I gave some example of who these journals and planners and calendars will be for. They will be for anybody who is able to start process and laying out their weeks. So I also want to give emphasis to my work professionals out there, whether you're at home, working from home, or whether you work in the office or you work in nature, whatever you work, and you just need to keep track of your days and things you need to do during the day and during the weeks and months and the year. Is great for professionals, especially those who see clients and you need to organize your week. It's a great way because I've seen portfolios sold at Marshall's. They have those legal pads and they have really good professional, if you catch them, they have really good professional looking, like I said, for portfolios, and also very professional looking planners. So it's a great way for working individuals to also find different desktop calendars, things like that they need for their jobs, or whether you're a teacher, also teachers. You know, I remember when I was a kid and just going like to my teacher's desk, and my teacher would have like a desktop planner, like those big old school calendars that teachers can write on. I remember those. So it's for everybody basically. So if you like the design, and I do say designs are unisex, but they do tend to, I feel like they cater more towards women, or if you're someone who loves more of a like floor type things, they do have solid colors, in which I think they do need to provide more solid colors, so especially for men. They need to also bring like different types of textures, like leather bounds, or I've seen fur journals, and I think of those more like for people who like fur around their journals, like if you're just a person who just like furs, regardless, you know, of your age. But I think of those more for the younger generation or people in their 20s. For us, who may be a little bit older, we may want to look for more, you know, sophisticated things that suit our age group. So I think it is a good way to look and see what you find. Go to different Marshalls because you may find a little bit of a different selection. And again, I just want to provide that additional information in case I forgot that in my video. Because it is, even though I emphasize like middle schoolers and high schoolers and college, young adults, and basically teens to young adults and adults, it's for everybody. If you have to plan, which we always have to do, regardless of what we're doing, it's a good way to stay on track. So just want to share that. And again, have a great day, a great week, and take care of yourself. Nurture your spirit, hold yourself tight, and tell yourself it's always going to be okay. So with that, I will see you on my next video. Take care. Bye.